Welcome everyone to episode 26, I believe it is.
I think so.
We don't know. It's probably episode 26.
Okay, that's the guess. I'll just double check. And
I'm sure it's
26.
26.
Well done. Excellent.
Yeah. So
we
I
do
can
know our
count.
own show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huzzah.
I'm invisible today because my webcam isn't working, although that makes no difference to the viewer.
Yeah, we are simply abstract personalities to our listeners.
Yeah, or the listener, I should say. I said
To our
viewer,
listener.
but obviously the whole point I'm making is that they're not really a viewer, and they just kind of hear me anyway.
They partake in our nonsense.
Yeah. How are you doing this week, Felix?
I'm well. I had a busy week to give a little presentation, and I'm all done.
And
I'm
how did that
enjoying
go?
the bank holiday. It went well, yeah. I was just pleased to get it out of the way.
Well, you've had plenty of public speaking experience with this show.
Yes,
So-
yeah, exactly. It was a complete breeze. I thought, just imagine I'm sat at my desk talking to the void, and it will go fine.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing.
Pretty much.
Very nice. Do you have any beer with you today? Are you drinking?
Piss. I had quite a lot to drink the other night, so
Oh yeah, that's why we're a day late.
Yeah, I was a little bit hungover yesterday. So no, I'm not. I might have one in the fridge. I might check in a little bit.
I'm drinking some wine at the moment.
I have my water and a packet of crispy M&Ms.
I don't like M&Ms.
No?
What makes them crispy?
I'm not entirely
They're
sure.
already kind of crispy.
They don't have the
crispy
nuts
on the
inside. Them. Yeah, they just have like a crispy shell on the inside, I think. They're alright. If you don't like the nutty ones, they're different. But yeah.
I don't like sweets, really.
Yeah, I thought you didn't. I
Yeah.
don't mind sweets. I like chocky. I like sweets.
I like chocolate, by which I mean raw cacao.
Just crack it open.
Well, you get powder. I make a drink out of it. I mix it with honey and nutmeg. And then it makes you feel kind of weird.
Very Incan.
Yeah. Well, the way they drink chocolate was with chili. They'd use like a mortar and pestle type thing, and they'd pound up the cacao beans with some chili, which I haven't tried, but that's probably shit.
Chili
Probably
chocolate's
tastes.
all right.
Yeah, I know, but like it's when it's like actual cacao, it's so bitter. Like, so basically, it's a combination of just extreme bitterness and spice. I don't know if that's something you really want to drink.
No. It doesn't have that same like warming, homely feel that hot chocolate normally has.
No. It makes you feel more like you're in a jungle somewhere, and there's like huge insects that could kill you.
It's probably to wake you up. It's probably like coffee, I imagine.
Well, it's probably to give you the kind of willpower to perform human sacrifice or something. I would imagine. That's probably why.
Useful.
Yeah, if you need to get like psyched up before you brutally kill someone, before you brutally kill like a virgin or something. I don't know. I assume in their religion it would be a virgin would be more valuable to the gods than like an old crone.
Yeah, than
Because-
some delight. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing it to like make the sun rise or fertility or something, you can't have some haggard old woman. You got to have someone virile and young.
Yeah, because why? If you're a god and suddenly, because presumably what happens when you sacrifice someone is they just kind of appear in the home of the gods, wherever that might be. So if you sacrifice an old crone, then like the gods are going to be at home, and then suddenly this old nagging woman appears out of nowhere and just starts going around telling them how messy their house is or whatever. I don't know.
And starts like pottering around, does a bit of washing up and stuff.
Yeah, it's actually quite useful, but it just goes about doing it in a really annoying kind of, nagging way.
Yeah, just sort of in the way.
Yeah. But at the same time, you can't kick her out.
Yeah, because she's an old lady,
Yeah.
man. Just,
Well, no, because she does chores.
Yeah, and she's an old, and people thought she was worth sending up there. They were probably sick of it. They should reincarnate her as an old woman.
Yeah, just bring her back.
Just send her straight back. Yeah, like, oh my god, no wonder they sent her up here.
You think actually the fact that no one ever got a return from their sacrifices, like in a customer support kind of way, you think that would have made people you think that would have made people realize like maybe this isn't working? Because surely at some point the gods are going to be like, this isn't good enough, and send it back, you know, which they would have the power to do. But it's like they're taking on everything, you know.
Maybe they don't have the choice. Maybe that, you know, if someone gets sacrificed to them, they kind of have to just live with it.
Those are the rules, yeah.
Because I guess the rules.
This is paganism, so we're not talking about omnipotent deities. We're talking about
like extremely fallible, basically just powerful humans.
Restricted
Marvel
by the
superheroes.
face. Well, they're basically just aristocrats for aristocrats.
Yeah.
They're the aristocrat. Because, like, presumably, the way people thought was, like, there's a hierarchy of classes, you know, and so it's like, you're looking up, you're like, okay, we're ruled by these people, the aristocrats, but, like, who rules them?
Yeah, who polices the police?
Oh, there's more aristocrats, and it just kind of goes on forever.
Sky aristocrats.
Yeah, they're in the sky, and we don't have to worry about who governs them, you know.
They are unknowable.
Yeah, they're epistemologically sound,
and you have to give them sacrifices, which is just tax.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that stupid an idea, because you can at least gesture at the mountain and be like, "That's where they live." You know, it is an empirical claim.
Ridiculously high mountain.
Yeah, you pick somewhere where no one's gonna go, and then you're like, "Well, that's where they live." You know, but they are like, if you went there, you'd see them. You know, well, I wonder, like, what the Greeks thought. Like they would see if they went to Olympus. Like, would the gods be very big? Would they like human sized? You know, or are they just bigger? I feel like they should be.
I think they were bigger. I don't really know much about like primary sources and what Greek gods are like. I mean, when you envisage them, they're like in a big sky temple. You know.
Well, they're on the mountain.
I'd want them to be like pretty big, but not ridiculously big.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, everything gets bigger over time. Okay.
Yeah, like cars.
This is like cars, or
yes, Felix, like
cars. Like, you know, like the villains in things get bigger each time. I'll give you an example.
Right.
If you play any of the Metroid games, there are recurring bosses, right? So there's always Ridley. Ridley is in like pretty much every Metroid game,
and he just gets like bigger each game. Yeah, he's like a pterodactyl or something. He's like a pterodactyl pirate, isn't he?
Yeah, space pirate. Yeah, but like he's normally pretty big. But if you play the very first Metroid game, like Ridley is normally huge. You know, we're talking about a creature that's like at least 20 feet long. You know, it's very big. But you play the first Metroid game, Ridley is like pretty much the same size as Samus. You know, only slightly bigger.
It's inflation.
Yeah.
People want more from their villains, so we just have to make them bigger.
Yeah, but there's something more scary about something that's like kind of a man size, you know? There's something about that.
In 40k, all the Space Marines, they're like 8 feet tall. Which is... It's uncannily tall. You know, they're taller than everyone else, but they're not like hugely huge.
No,
it's just like... weird enough. And then you see the Emperor, and he's like 14 feet tall, and then it's like, oh shit, this guy is a G.
Yeah, he must.
These
be
other
the
guys,
Emperor.
They're freakishly tall, but he is like insanely tall. So I think that kind of height is perfect.
Aren't they actually all about 25 millimeters tall?
Yeah, I have some here on my desk.
They're not really that big.
Yeah, compared to me, they're fucking tiny. These are my Eldar, actually. These are my short
and that's why you enjoy the game so much, because you look at these tiny men and you say, like, look at all those guys who are 8 feet tall.
It made me feel better about being slightly short. I feel better about being on the shorter side when I have all these hulking great things, but they're actually, you know, like, shorter than my head.
Yeah, dreadnoughts. Is that what those things are called?
Dreadnoughts. This is a dreadnought, but it's an orc dreadnought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you see the Russell Brand Piers Morgan interview?
Oh my god, it's so funny.
That was so funny.
I mean, Piers Morgan is a retard, and Russell Brand is an ultimate sleazeball. But
Yeah.
Piers Morgan made a good choice in just letting him flick through that Bible for like 2 minutes.
I wonder if he knew, like, because it's not that far-fetched a guess to look at Russell Brand and be like, I don't think this guy has actually read the Bible.
Yeah, this guy's definitely not legit. This guy's a total scumbag. And when he looks into the camera, like halfway through, and he's like, let me just find this page. And then Piers Morgan just looks up into the camera, doesn't say anything. That was well executed on his part.
He did the Jim from The Office.
Yeah, it was very The Office.
Yeah, I've always hated Russell Brand.
Russell Brand has always seemed like a massive sleazebag.
Well, he's also always just seemed like a massive prick as well, you know?
Yeah,
like
he just seems like he's just completely up his own arse.
Yeah, to such an extreme level. I remember when I was a young actor, I was doing a theatre production, and so this was when I was probably about 14, 15, maybe 16,
Right.
probably 15. Let's say I was 15.
Okay.
And so this was during Russell Brand's era where he was like positioning himself on the political left. And he was like
a real hippie.
Yeah, and he was telling people not to vote or whatever, and he would have like it was like his millennial hipster kind of era in the mid 2010s before he got into like spirituality and stuff. His whole thing then was like, I'm a recovering drug addict, so I'm gonna go on TV all the time and talk about how we need to legalize drugs because that would be a better way of policing them, or whatever the fuck it is people talk about. And but then obviously that lends itself to that kind of worldview, so that goes in accord with like, you know, supporting Jeremy Corbyn or whatever, something that kind of thing. And then he'd end up on like Question Time. He went on Question Time to argue against Nigel Farage, I think, around that time. And it was obviously a stupid argument, you know. It's like two different kinds of unbearable people kind of having a go at each other. But I remember backstage at this play I was doing, one of the actresses, I was like 15, but most of the cast were adults. And one of the actresses saying to another one, like, oh, I really like Russell Brand, actually. I get that people think, you know, find the way he talks off-putting, but, like, I think he's actually, like, a really sweet, like, you know, really innocent kind of guy. Like, he's a really, like, you know, he's very innocent. He's very vulnerable. And I just thought, like, I'm 15 and I can see through that facade. And I know that I hate this man and I want to strangle him, you know.
Yeah,
and
he has a touch
15.
of the male feminist who's only doing it to get pussy vibe.
100%.
And apparently that didn't even work, and he had to do it forcefully. So there we are.
Yeah, yeah, it doesn't even work. Those are the guys you got to be. But those are the guys you got to, especially if you're a woman. Those are the guys you got to trust the least, right? Because they're like,
for sure.
Obviously, if it's like some kind of affected vulnerability, like there's a reason, like that's a manipulation tactic.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, without doubt.
But I just remember that she must have been like 25 or something. I just remember thinking like, I'm like 15, you're like 25.
So she's a millennial.
Yeah, well, exactly. It works on them.
Yeah.
But I was a Zoomer, so obviously.
So you saw straight through the act. Yeah, Russell Brand's a complete.
I'm more cynical.
Sleazeball. But it's weird how all these like American, you know, the right wing podcaster scene, they're like completely on his side. Is it Megyn Kelly?
Oh, right, yeah.
She ages ago, she was like, Russell Brand's a complete tool bag. You know, he definitely is not right. You know, he definitely raped all these women. What a scumbag. Oh, and then he said, what did he come out and say? He said, oh, I had sex with a 16-year-old when I was 30, but I regret it, or something like that. And she was like, that's fucking horrible. But then recently, he's gone on her show, and she's like, you're so brave. She just forgot about that conveniently.
Yeah, well, who would have thought?
Because he's a grifter, and so is she.
Who would have thought that Megyn Kelly would sell out on her message.
That is her name, right? Megan.
Yeah,
Kelly.
Megyn.
Yeah, Megan Kelly.
She used to be on Fox News.
Yes.
She got like fired or left. I don't actually remember. That was a whole thing.
Probably a bit of both. Fox News. Yeah.
Yeah, he's. Do you know what the worst thing about him though is, aside from the rapes, obviously, is the fact that he it's the way he talks. It's like, so he's not just sleazy and annoying. He's also like incredibly pretentious. You know, he has like, I think he's from Essex, so obviously like he's got an Essex accent, but he's also got this like this very affected way of speaking where it's like, it's the combination of like a not posh accent with saying deep things that are things that superficially sound deep. That's like
it's the classic like stoner, you know, like the psychedelic philosopher he's just actually just chatting a lot of shite.
Yeah, and he hasn't even got like a bachelor's degree in philosophy, you know. No. It's like, he calls himself a philosopher, but he's just a guy who does a lot of acid.
Yeah, it's not. I don't even think it's to do with his education. He's actually just retarded, and he's sleazy retarded.
Yeah.
The way he's like touching Piers Morgan was really creepy. He is
very touchy, isn't he?
He kept putting his hands on him and being like, "Stop having a go at me. You know, I'm here being nice to you." There's
that affected vulnerability.
Yeah,
I mean, really, the problem here.
Fucking horrible douchebag. Sorry.
The problem here is, I hate his guts. The problem here really is Essex, though.
Yes, I think fundamentally.
On a fundamental, a more abstract level, the problem is clearly Essex. And everyone
Essex created this man.
Yeah, and every single person who lives inside of Essex. Do you know what the moment that made me not just hate Russell Brand, but like really get an ick for him, like really feel grossed out by him, was I remember when I was probably like 20 years old. I was at my friend's house, and we got really stoned, and then we were like, let's watch a film. And my friend was like, let's, browsing through all the films we could watch, and then he saw like, oh, do you want to watch Get Him to the Greek? And like, I was like, yeah, sure, whatever, I don't really care, and we watched it, and it was like, have you seen Get Him to the Greek?
No, I've not, no.
I can't even remember the plot of the film. It's got the fat guy who's no longer fat.
It's not, what's his name, Zach?
Jonah Hill.
Or whatever.
No, it's Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill, oh yeah.
More like cowardly type of fat guy.
Right.
But he's working for like an agent. To a rock star. Yeah, Diddy's in it. Yeah, it's like, yeah, Diddy and Russell Brand were good friends. But yeah, like the plot is this guy gets sent out to kind of look after this rock star guy played by Russell Brand, who is getting married, I guess. I don't really know, but the thing that was annoying is the whole film, like Russell Brand's character is bigged up as like this American idea of a British rock star. So like Jonah Hill's character at one point says like, I gotta work with this guy, because he has to like break up with his girlfriend or something to go and work with Russell Brand, and he's like, I have to work with this guy. He's the last great English rock star. And so even though Russell Brand, this probably came out in like 2011 or whatever, but even though Russell Brand is playing like a guy in his 30s in that era,
yeah,
it's like, what it is.
I see he wears a really stupid hat in the film as well.
Bro, everything he wears in that film is fucking stupid. He sings in it.
One Direction or something.
Yeah, it's really weird. He sings a song in it, like a love song about, but it uses the metaphor of bangers and mash. Jesus. And it's like,
oh yeah, bangers, beans, and mash.
Yeah, it's so unbearably British, like in a very like, it's the tail end of the noughties / late 90s like Cool Britannia thing, I think.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can describe it. But yeah, there's a bit in the film where like Russell Brand's character hangs out with his dad, who's like an old rock star, and it's like they played off like they're really cool or whatever, but it just comes across as incredibly lame. And Russell Brand in real life is very close to his dad, and his dad would take him to on holidays when he was like a kid to fuck hookers in like Thailand.
Oh, cool.
That's a fact. Russell Brand did an interview like 25 years ago with his dad where they talked about it, you know? And that's what it is. It's a guy from Essex who looked up to his dad too much. And his dad was like into like, you know, rock and roll and, you know,
fucking
smoking
Thai
hash.
hookers.
Yeah, jazz cigarettes and you know, all that kind of, you know, boomer shit.
Yeah.
And I've known people like this, people who are who love their parents too much, you know.
Right. Yeah.
It's like the saddest point I've ever made. Yeah, there's people who love their family.
Yeah, they just love their parents. I hate that.
They're so gay. No, but like it's that kind of vibe where he's like too influenced by his dad, and his dad never moved past the 70s, and so like his dad is like an old boomer who's like sole purpose throughout his entire life, regardless of his age at any given time, his sole purpose is to be cool. You know? And then he passes that idea of coolness onto his son, so that his son's entire life purpose is to be cool based on his father's criterion of what's cool. And the result is Russell Brand
raping a bunch of women.
Yeah, exactly. Because his dad's a boomer, and his dad's like...
It was the 70s, except it isn't now.
It's always the 70s somewhere, son. That's the kind
Thanks, Dad.
But that whole era of like British culture being seen through an American lens is like especially obnoxious, I think. You know? It's like, do you know a really good example of this? My girlfriend and I the other day, we were just like, it was like a weekend or whatever. It was like the morning, and we were just like playing around, playing different like songs from like our childhood. And then it turned into a thing about girl groups, right?
Right.
Because there were a lot of those when we were young. You had
Sugar Babes, stuff like that.
Sugar Babes, Spice Girls. And I was looking at it, and I was blown away. Spice Girls are like the most successful girl group of all time. Right? They're like huge. And this is like a very British group. And we were listening to their music, and like it fucking sucks, you know? Like it's absolutely awful. But even for what it is, like I'm not like the target audience, obviously. I'm not like a 13-year-old girl in 1999, but it just sucks. And like when you watch their music videos, like they can't dance. Like they're rubbish at dancing. You know,
I never really saw the appeal myself. I'm not sure the songs are that catchy, really.
No, but then I was thinking, like, why were girl groups? You know, well, they're not. They're awful. But why are girl groups? Why were girl groups so popular back then? And the reason why is because in the 90s, in America, you had all these black girl groups that were really popular, you know, singing. This is why boy bands were popular as well, because you had all the R&B groups like Jodeci and stuff.
Yeah.
And that got really big, and then the mainstream were like, okay, we got to do like a white version of this that's a bit less edgy, and then we'll make a shitload of money. Yeah, so they had to give it the Elvis treatment, right? And they did that. And as a point, NSYNC is like the male version of that, right? Mm-hmm. But like the Spice Girls, we watched one of their music videos, and it was just we watched a few of them actually, and it was fucking terrible. And then I was like, because I had this idea in my head about why this group even existed, I was like, why don't we put on Destiny's Child, see what the difference is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we watched the music video for Survivor by Destiny's Child, and like the difference is insane. It's so much better. It's like, firstly, they can really dance, like they can actually dance.
Yeah.
Secondly, the singing is like way, way better. Like the like it is basically just Beyonce singing, but like her vocal control.
But Beyonce's a good singer.
She is very good. She's not my kind of music, but she's very good at singing, right? Mm-hmm. And then the lyrics are so much better. You know, the lyrics to the song, like the all the Spice Girls songs, the lyrics were like, you know, let's hold hands. Yeah, it's very like. Whereas listening to the song Survivor by Destiny's Child, it really feels like I'm breaking up with a black girl and she's, just saying all this shit to me. It's accurate. I feel like probably at one point she's like, I'm not going to one of the lyrics is, I'm not going to compromise my Christianity. And that's like, I feel like I'm in an argument with Beyonce. I feel like I've just told her, let's just be friends. And now I'm having to listen to this torrent of how she's gonna not be bad to me now, and how that ultimately makes her better than me and like kind of above me in some sense.
Scum.
Yeah, so it works, but then you listen to like the Spice Girls and it's awful, and you got the bitch wearing the Union Jack dress. Oh god, man.
So it's Mel B, Mel C, Jerry Halliwell, Emma Bunton. Is that all of them?
And
how many are in the
Victoria
Spice
Beckham?
Victoria Beckham, Posh Spice, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is she even posh? I don't know what school she went to.
I don't know. I don't know why she was called Posh Spice. Spice. Yeah, I don't know.
Isn't it wrong also that they...
Victoria Adams. She's Lady Beckham.
Well, yeah, but that's now. She wasn't born a lady, was she?
Was she? I doubt it.
She wouldn't have dated a footballer if she was born a lady. She would have dated a rugby player.
Yes, of course.
For our American audience, you have to understand, like everything in the UK, sports are determined by class.
I think she was quite rich, it seems.
Nouveau riche, probably, though. It's kind of trashy.
Yeah, she went to a school in Cheshunt. Oh, it's not far from me. Where she was embarrassed by her family's wealth and often begged her dad not to drop her off at school in their Rolls Royce.
This is such a rich girl thing to complain about. Like, no, it was really hard for me growing up because I was too rich and I had to hide it. North London girls are always lying about where they're from. You ever noticed that?
Mm.
This is the anti-women episode, clearly. Of course. It's the anti-white women.
Look, we've panned Russell Brand, which is very pro-women. And we've been good to Destiny's Child.
Yeah, it's just anti-white women. I feel like I can say that, at least.
I get the feeling Russell Brand was not going after black women. So at least we've got that for us.
I think Russell Brand was going after anyone and anything. Probably.
Anything with a pulse, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
God, there's a waxwork of him at Madame Tussauds and he looks like Bob Marley. It's awful.
Cool, man.
Let me get my Bible out.
That should be his next step. I feel like that's the last thing you can pivot to is Rastafarian. I feel like that's the last. Once evangelical Christian runs out, it's like, who am I going to pander to now? It's like, well, there are some guys in Jamaica who are like way too stoned to
and they
judge
might not
me,
mind
so...
all the rape. There's a great photo of him I've just sent you at the Cambridge Union Society. Where he
this is another problem with the UK. Why do we invite people to these fucking events? Oh my god,
he's
man.
Just some plebe.
That must have been in like the 2015 kind of era.
Exactly, January 2014.
Right, yeah. That was when he was on his like Corbynite kind of
Yeah, not long after that he spoke at the People's Assembly Against Austerity rally.
Yeah. I mean, like, why was anyone listening to him talk about that shit then anyway? Like, he's a TV presenter. This is the real problem in the UK, is we big these people up too much, We, give them too much power. We say, oh, you're amazing, and we're going to clap you every time you say something about the Tories, And then, lo and behold, 10 years later, it's like, yeah, it turns out he's, a prolific criminal. Who has done serious harm to people, and it's like, yeah, well, we shouldn't have given him, because the only people who are going to put themselves out there to get that kind of attention are people who are inherently narcissistic. So what's the point?
Apparently he introduced his drug dealer to Kylie Minogue. Brand revealed through his stand-up performances he introduced his dealer to Kylie Minogue and said he performed manual sex on a male stranger in a public toilet for a TV programme, adding, I must say, it wasn't for me. I didn't really enjoy it. My tendencies and inclinations towards women are very, very powerful, and I like them very much. It's just a biological urge. You could almost smell the rape coming.
Yeah, why would you publicly say that?
Yeah.
You can't make liking sex your personality. Because that's like a universal trait of the human race.
Yeah, apparently he has a sex addiction. That just sounds like bollocks.
Yeah, his lawyers must be like, we are so fucked.
Yeah, all you need to do is look through this Wikipedia page. In 2007, he called former Jim'll Fix It host Jimmy Savile and asked to meet up with him.
Of course.
Savile answered it would only happen if Brand brought along his sister. In response,
Classic.
Brand jokes, "Don't worry, I've got a personal assistant and her job description is that anyone I demand she greet, meet, and massages, she has to do it. She's very attractive,
Shit, I
Jimmy."
saw that.
Oh no.
I saw that.
Oh man.
Do you see, this is the thing, if Russell Brand had been around in the 70s, he would have absolutely thrived.
Yeah.
You know? You could just molest women on live TV back then.
He did
have you seen,
he did this live on air on Radio 2 as well.
Yeah. Have you seen like those there are compilations on YouTube of Jimmy Savile just touching women up on Top of the Pops. Like he's just doing it all the time. Like right in front of the cameras. It's like, so I'm never gonna listen to anyone ever again tell me that they didn't know about. I know, like, I'm just kind of making this point again and again.
I was gonna say we should try and swiftly move on from Jimmy Savile.
Yeah, but hey, we haven't talked about Japan in this episode. So,
that's true. That's true. Unfortunately, I was going to say I watched Jackass last night because it was free on YouTube.
Oh shit! What,
and
the
in the
new
first
one?
film, they go to Japan all the time. No, the very first
the OG.
film.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember watching it like on the school bus every now and again.
Yeah.
But I didn't really remember much of it.
Wait, you watched it on the school bus? Oh, like on your phone on the school bus?
Yeah, like a mate had it on his phone, so we watched it.
I never watched Jackass. I never seen it.
Yeah, I think we only watched it because we're a bunch of like 14-year-old boys on the way to school and wanted to watch people hurt
themselves.
It was the next step up from like You've Been Framed, which is what we have here in the UK, or did anyway.
Yeah, I mean, the You've Been Framed Jackass connection is fairly tenuous, I would say. You're probably misrepresenting
from that. Harry Hill watching people like fall off tractors to Steve-O getting his testicles exploded in 100 different ways. It's the sort of natural progression, really. It's like the American early noughties progression of You've Been Framed.
Yeah. Was it good? Is it good to watch it again?
It's very of its time.
Everything ages so much.
I'm not sure how well it... I mean, it's kind of aged well because it's literally just like the shit you'd see on YouTube now. You know, it's kind of like, well, here's a bunch of people doing stupid shit for views. Well, that's what the internet's going to turn out to be like. But
that's all it's going to be.
And then you look back on it and you're like, well, it might be more nostalgia than anything. Well, I enjoyed it.
It's always a sad realization, isn't it?
Yeah, a bunch of them are dead. Unsurprisingly.
Who died?
I think Bam Margera.
Bam Margera?
Is he dead?
I feel like he's alive. I think he's alive.
Bam's still alive. One of them's dead. Ryan Dunn?
Dunn. Oh.
Ryan Dunn, yeah. He's dead. He died in 2011. Died in a drunk car crash.
Yeah, that's probably the only way these guys are going to go out, really, is not drunk driving.
Steve-O, I think he does like YouTube podcasts now.
He has like a shitty podcast. I mean, I know, like, rich coming from me, but his podcast does kind of suck. I mean, they do have guests, I guess. That puts them one step above us in quality. Yeah. Although, that said, I do think there's gonna be a rejiggle with this podcast.
Right.
Now that I have a job,
soft launching, kicking me off.
No. Like, could you imagine if I just said that right now, like
live on a
recording?
Yeah, we're doing a bit of rejigging, Felix, and we won't be needing you.
It's just me from now on. It's just me and my cat. We're gonna do it together.
Just having a good old chat.
Yeah, talking about the neighbor's cat and how much we hate
Just
it for some
bitching
reason.
about the neighbour's cat. Meow.
Yeah, how he's a pussy or whatever. Um, Man, she is fast asleep right now. I'm just looking at her on the sofa. She is like, she is in deep sleep.
Her and all
But yeah,
of
no,
our
I think
listeners.
there will be a
sleep.
bit of a rejiggle, a bit of a
Okay.
rebrand. Now that I've got a job and I've kind of settled into having a job, I don't know exactly what that's going to entail. But as millennials used to like to say 15 years ago, watch this space.
Watch
That's
this
what I'll
space
say.
for real. Follow this space. Well, maybe we could like have a news segment and a traffic bit. Then we could do a short bit about the weather.
And then we could just play some music.
Play a bit of music, yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe some chat. Maybe have people call in. I think this is untested territory here, but I think it will work with our charisma.
Yeah, through sheer charisma. Well, we need to get people.
We'll get Russell
who are
Brandon
willing
to call up Jimmy Savile.
I guess we could get an Ouija board with Russell Brand and talk to Sir Jimmy.
Yeah.
Do you think anyone's tried to communicate with him? I haven't read The Sun, so I don't know. I feel like that's something they would report on.
Yeah. Shock as man in Finchley attempts to contact Jimmy Savile from beyond the grave.
Do you imagine if like the only message you got back was like, turns out the Catholics were right all along. I'm having a great time here.
I'm in heaven. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I got the last sacrament,
worked.
so it's all good. Yeah, it literally worked, and that is literally how it works. It works exactly the way the Catholic Church says.
You can literally rape corpses, but if you give enough money to the hospital in question, you'll be fine.
Yeah. It's a bit like of a BBC 4 type comedy bit, but like I do like the idea of dying and then finding out that some like random religion, like minor religion, turned out to have been the right one all along.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably been done to death by this point.
I bet, but I do like the idea of dying and then like, you know, you meet, I don't know, like Zhuangzi, and he's like, yeah, no, it was Taoism all along.
And I'm afraid you have not followed the Tao.
Yeah, there was only one. It was like when we said this is the only one, like it was actually true, you know. And all the million other religions that were saying the same thing, like it was all dishonest when they said.
And it's just a bunch of like monks laughing. It says all these people are
just laughing at you.
Like... You get there and then you get to see these monks just laughing at you. As you're thrown down to the fiery depths. You're like, fuck, man, they were right the whole time.
I don't know what their views even are on the afterlife. I think they're like completely agnostic about it.
Yeah, I doubt there is anything that they think about it.
Well, I know there's a story in the Zhuangzi where Zhuangzi is like, his wife dies and he's like not sad, and one of his students is like, Master, why are you like not incredibly sad about your wife dying? And he's just like, well, either she's just, you know, either there is no afterlife and she's just kind of become soil, which is fine, or she's having a nice afterlife. So either way, it's good. So I'm not fussed. And it's like,
either way, we're chill. And everyone's like, Jesus.
I feel like
Christ,
that's not virtuous.
No.
Like,
No, I
think he
like
just
a bit
didn't
of
love his
respect
wife.
For yeah, I think he was just sick of her. There's an old woman pottering around the house doing washing up, and he's just sick of it.
Yeah, nagging him, but he couldn't say that. He had to make it deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he probably was just like an annoying husband who just didn't do any chores and was like, nah, things just kind of sort themselves out.
Yeah,
so
I don't need to do that. It'll fix itself. We just go, you know.
Things just fall into place.
The water breaks upon the rocks, honey. So shut up.
So I'm not doing anything.
Also, can you wash the pots again?
I'm gonna go back to dreaming about butterflies and talking to people about my dreams.
The perfect life.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know what will happen. I think we might get a new logo. I don't know. It's not a one. It won't be a single transformation, but it would be. I might also introduce censoring. I'm debating this in my head. I haven't figured that out yet. But I might introduce censoring.
Censoring of what? Just random things to add mystique?
Of swears. No, of swear words. I enjoy swearing in conversation, but I think it's hot. I think the algorithm doesn't like it. So I don't want to be like, we can't swear anymore, and then every time we swear, we're like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that.
Oh shit, I shouldn't have said
cunt.
Fuck.
Why did I say that?
Fuck, I shouldn't have shitted everywhere. Yeah.
So I'd like to keep us swearing, but then it doesn't take that much effort to censor it in post-production,
Especially with the bizarre sound effects you choose to censor.
Exactly. I do really enjoy editing the episodes afterwards as well. So I like how I can kind of sit there on my laptop after we've dedicated an hour of our week to talking and then just kind of ruin it digitally.
Well, maybe you can censor that little piece that we just did there, joking about swearing, and see how that comes out. Yeah, and if any of our listeners have any comments about that, then let us know, because we could be shills and sell out and censor everything for the algorithm, or we could be true to ourselves and continue to get 3 listeners.
Yeah. We'll put that to the audience, and if we don't get an answer, if we don't get an answer within a week, then we're going to assume you don't mind,
and we're going to sell out.
But I like to think about this. You know how, like, in US cinema, there's like the pre-code era and then like the post-code era. I feel like that's kind of what this might be the last episode of the pre-code era of GWS.
Yeah. I get the feeling we also won't be able to then riff on Jimmy Savile ad infinitum, as we already do.
Oh no, we still can. We just throw out the swear words.
Okay.
Or
we could
just say
censor his name and just have people try and guess who we're talking about. Famous New York financier.
I'm sorry,
Jeffrey Epstein.
Did I wake you up?
Oh, did you wake the cat up by censoring yourself? Oh,
she's closed her eyes again. Don't worry. She's
Thank
back
God.
to sleep.
She's dreaming of
5 seconds. She's probably dreaming of the neighbor's cat and like
torturing him, laughing
slowly
as he descends to hell.
Yeah, she really hates that cat. It's so funny how little kind of solidarity cats have
with one another.
Yeah, like normally when a dog sees another dog, it gets like very excited. It's like, oh, another one of us. Like, I'm so happy. Its tail starts waggling. The moment a cat sees another cat, it's like, I want you to die, horribly. Like, I want to kill you.
Like, how it's crazy that everything is just people,
What do you mean?
I was just driving, like, I don't know, back from work or something, and I was like, damn, it's a lot of people. Like, most of the things you see and interact with, it's all just people.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of people around. And we have such a big influence on things.
It's either people or man-made stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like driving on a road, and there's another car in front of you, and I'm on a roundabout, and there's a shop. It's like, oh, people everywhere, man.
And you can't escape it. Even if you go to the countryside, people don't think about this, but like when you go to the countryside, nothing you're seeing is natural. Like, it's all fields that humans have made,
Yeah, certainly in this country. I feel like every spot of land in this country has pretty much been touched by people in some way or another.
Yeah, if it was untouched, it would just be forest. You wouldn't be able to get anywhere.
It might be different in the US, because they have those massive big parks. The US is just huge.
Oh, yeah. Oh, like, southeastern Europe, or like in the steppes, they don't have woodland. But Britain was always a heavily wooded area,
That's just forests with boars in them.
Yeah, and the only place you could live would be on top of the hills.
We should bring back
boars are cool.
I think they are trying to bring back wild pigs.
I like warthogs. They're cool.
Yeah? Should we bring those back as well? And wolves.
We should just let them loose in the cities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just this is the new level of rewilding that people haven't thought of yet.
Well, this is eco-terrorism, but the weapon
predators.
The weapon is nature. That's what eco-terrorists have got wrong, is that they kind of undermine themselves.
Yeah, they're using human ways to fight for nature, but really they should be using nature to fight humans.
It's like, oh, I'm going to mail anthrax to these people. It's like, okay, well, that's man-made, isn't it? And you're using the postal service. So, if you really wanted to do eco-terrorism, you would find some kind of way to trigger an earthquake or something. Cause a natural disaster.
Yeah, I'm on the side of
way.
fracking because it kills more people.
Yeah,
I'm pro
so they should all be pro
global warming because it'll kill a bunch of people.
Yeah, it will allow
shit
nature
lives.
to. Yeah, nature can negate civilization, thereby negating the negation, thereby introducing the speculative moment, the sublation of civilization.
Yeah, so apparently,
in some kind of apocalypse.
If we stop emitting CO2 right now, it would take 500,000 years or something for the climate to fully recover, and by that point,
who cares?
People might be.
It's so long. Yeah,
It's because I was looking at the timeline of the future Wikipedia page.
Oh yeah,
timeline of the far future. It's a really odd Wikipedia page that just has certain events that definitely will happen regardless of So in 1,000 years from this is the very first one, but this is just a little taste. 1,000 years from now, due to the lunar tides decelerating the Earth's rotation, the average length of a solar day will be 1/30th of a second longer than it is now. And to compensate, we'll either have to have a leap second at the end of a day during multiple times each month, or have consecutive leap seconds at the end of all months.
I feel like it's something you could just ignore, though.
Yeah.
It would catch up with you eventually. All the systems would get fucked up, but it would take a long time. So I'd just kind of put it on the back burner and be like, I'll keep an eye on that, and then not keep an eye on it.
Yeah,
that's how I
every month
normally deal
would be
with problems.
a second would run a second out of time. So
You wanna
after
know how
a
I
few
got-
years, that would really fuck things up.
You want to know how I got so many letters from Octopus Energy? Well, that's how. Keeping an eye on things.
yeah.
Keeping an eye on these letters that I haven't opened. I'm just
You
making
have a
sure
bunch of
they're
letters
safe.
from Octopus Energy.
Yeah, I am actually up to date on all my bills, but
That's
it's
good,
not as
that's
funny
good.
to say that. Yeah.
It's not as
But
fighting the
but-
man if you aren't.
No, though they just send so many letters, and it's like, I've got your app now. I don't need any of these, and this is bad for the environment as well, Mr. Octopus Energy. And
Yeah,
where is the
normally
octopus?
they try and just say oh, please use our paperless systems.
Yeah, they keep sending me letters to tell me that. The irony, and I don't know where the octopus is. I want to.
Yeah, I really want to have a word with him.
You can't call yourself that and then be like, there isn't one.
Yeah.
There should be one in the office.
There should
I
be
don't
one
know,
in all the offices. They need at least one octopus.
Well, at least the head office, because Bristol is where the head office is. So I've actually,
You'll have to go in and check. I want
and
to
I've
speak
applied
to
for
the
jobs
octopus.
there. It's funny to think that
Really?
I've applied for jobs there at this place that has previously conducted debt proceedings against me.
I wonder if, did they offer you any jobs?
No, I got rejected.
I
every time.
wonder why.
Yeah.
Here's a fun one. In 20 million years, the Strait of Gibraltar will have closed due to subduction, and a ring of fire will form in the Atlantic, similar to that in the Pacific.
Well, that's cool. A ring
Yeah.
of fire. Oh, so it's not an actual ring of fire. It's some
No,
kind of
it's just like a
expression.
massive belt of volcanoes.
Oh, well, that is basically a ring of fire, then I guess.
Yeah,
That's pretty
that
cool.
would be pretty cool in Europe. The
Yeah.
Italians will not be best pleased.
Well, they can move up north. They can come here.
Yeah, we'll probably have a Mediterranean climate by then. So
The UK loves when people from other countries come here and
there's no
ask
problems
to
with that
live
right
here.
now over here.
Yeah, people love that. British people love foreigners. They love
Yeah.
people who aren't British.
We're well known
So,
for our no xenophobia.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what's going on otherwise in the world? Or have you got more future stuff?
I can't. I'm just getting sucked in. In 500 million
You're getting
years,
lost.
as carbon dioxide levels fall on Earth, plants may have to survive for longer by evolving other strategies other than photosynthesis, including carnivorous behaviours or association with fungi. So if
now
you're
the
around,
carnivorous thing,
if you're around in 500 million years, watch out for the man-eating plants.
yeah, the triffids. That's pretty cool.
Mm.
It sounds like we have a lot. It sounds like the world is going to be a lot cooler in the future.
Yeah, it
than
does
it is right
get
now.
depressing quite quickly.
Yeah.
Well, especially as you start moving towards, like the universe's the solar system's habitable zone.
Yeah.
Moving away from the Earth in about 1.5 billion years. Shall I go right to the end of the page?
Yeah. I want to see what happens right at the end.
Okay. So in 292 billion years from now, 64-bit Unix systems will no longer be able to keep track of the time.
Well, we got to update by then, I guess.
Yeah, hopefully.
We got to move on from Unix by that point.
Yeah, definitely. That is quite important, so I'm glad we've got that one in there. In 10 to the 10 to the 50 years, that is the estimated time for a Boltzmann brain to randomly appear in a vacuum.
What is a Boltzmann brain? Is that like a hypothetical, like random chance brain?
Yes. It's like a brain in
Just
a vat.
a brain.
The Boltzmann brain suggests that it's it's probably more likely for a brain to spontaneously form, complete with a memory of having existed, rather than for the entire universe to come about. Apparently.
That sounds like the maths behind that are complete bullshit. Because how the fuck... There's so many unknown variables involved in that, surely.
Yeah. It has quite a lengthy Wikipedia page of its own. Although it does link to a China brain.
Now, what is that? That
has got me interested.
A lot more interesting.
The China brain thought experiment considers what would happen if each person in the entire population of China were asked to simulate the action of one neuron of a brain.
That's basically what they're already doing. That's just what being Chinese is, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like living in a hive of some kind. And I mean, that's my understanding of what China is like. And I have been to China. To be fair, it was only an airport, but it was very hive-like.
But I feel as though that's like a hyper condensation of the culture in an airport,
Probably,
that's the first
but
thing
it
you
was...
see.
No one was talking to each other, No one was like... None of the Chinese people were like going up to staff and being like, where's the toilet, The best thing I saw in the airport was... Well, there were two things. One was the smoking room, which was cool.
Because
I went in there to vape
as well.
Oh yeah.
Well,
this
there
was
were
in
smoking
China.
booths they had in the airport, in Cologne Airport.
They had. I bet those were nice though. This was a grimy room, like on the ground floor, and it was. I walked in with my vape, and it was just full of these Cantonese guys who were all sat around gambling, and one of them was playing music off his phone, and it was literally like that twangy, like stereotypical, like
yeah, exactly what you'd expect.
Yeah, it was literally like that, and I just stood in the corner and vaped, and felt extremely out of place.
Yeah.
The other thing I saw was this Chinese family pulled up to the seating area, and they sat down, and the father got out a transparent plastic bag which contained lots of smaller transparent plastic bags inside of each of which was an entire cucumber, and he started handing out these little cucumber bags out to everyone in his large family that he brought with him. No, they were whole cucumbers.
Wow, what a packed lunch.
Yeah, they all just sat there and ate these cucumbers whole, and it was like, that is the weirdest like lunch I've ever seen. It's like now I really know I'm in China, because they're just like
they're just
it reminded me
vegetables.
It reminded me when I was at school. I remember one time I went to lunch, and there was some Chinese students at my school, and one of them I saw, and these are like Mandarin Chinese people, so like they're not like, they didn't grow up in the UK. A lot of them couldn't really speak much English. But I saw, yeah, and the lunch was like a curry, and then there was a dessert, and then there was another table where you could get condiments. So mango chutney for the curry, right?
Classic.
So we went and got our shitty school lunch curries, and then I noticed what this Chinese guy had got a dessert, and then he was adding mango chutney to the dessert, and the dessert was like, you know that school lunch thing where you get like deep fried like banana or deep fried pineapple?
No. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's pretty rubbish. You would only have it at school. It's not like something
it's
you
not
get at
quite
a
deep
restaurant,
fried Mars
obviously.
bar.
No. But he was adding his mango chutney to the dessert, and I just thought, like, these guys, and their food. These guys and their food,
The smoking booths in the Cologne Bonn airport, they were like smoked glass filled with hip European businesswomen, that kind of thing.
Was there techno playing?
I couldn't hear any techno, but it might have been soundproofed.
Wow, that sounds pretty cool.
I didn't go in. I just gazed at them and saw hip Europeans going in and out.
Yeah, and you were like, "No, I'm not going in there.
I cannot go in there. I'm not hip."
Yeah,
on
it's
there.
too English.
I was wearing my Englishman clothes.
Well, what was Brexit for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a guy at that conference did think I was German. I'm not sure why.
I could see you being German.
Got a Germanic touch to me. Ooh,
Yeah, certainly more than me. I don't look very Germanic at all.
You're very... I've got quite a Roman nose, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're pretty Germanic. I probably look Romanian or something. I don't see any... When I went to Croatia, I thought, like, oh, I look related to these people. And they're
Did they treat you
Slavic,
any nicer?
So... No, they're fucking rude, man. They're so rude in that country. I went to a restaurant and I tried to pronounce the dish I was ordering.
Jesus.
By the way, their food is fucking awful. It's literally the worst food I've had in
I don't think anyone thinks of like the former Yugoslavia for its food, but...
No. But I tried to order something in their language and the guy was just like, the waiter was just like, don't try. And I was like, normally when I go to another country and I mispronounce their stuff, people like it because it makes it seem like I'm making some kind of an effort or whatever.
Yeah,
like if you go to Italy,
but you're still a pathetic foreigner.
Yeah, so they like it because it's like, it's kind of patronizing.
Oh, look at him try.
But this guy was just fucking rude. It's like, wow, you don't even love your fucking country, do you? And I can see why, because it's a shithole.
Yeah.
It's like it's just bad Italy, and there's no Italians there. It's Slavs, but they're not even likable Slavs. Because they're like Slavs who are racist towards other Slavs.
Yeah, they all just hate each other in that area.
Well, Croatia fought with the Axis powers in World War II. They're the only Slavic nation who did. And you have to wonder, like, how did that work? Because obviously, according to the Nazis, like, Slavs are Untermenschen. But it's because the Croatians thought that even though they're Slavs...
Oh, fuck,
yeah.
I mentioned fucking Japan. No, we made it. We made it an hour in. God damn.
But the Croatians, their attitude is like, yeah, we're Slavs, but we're Catholic, and we're actually better than the other Slavs. So even though they're Slavs, they kind of have a negative perception of Slavs, and that's self-loathing.
Slavs.
In the same way that like an incel would be like, I'm not a beta male. It's like, you're literally an incel. They're the same thing. It's like, I'm not a Slav. I say ciao when I say goodbye to people, which they do, by the way. They randomly use
in the Mediterranean.
Well, that's the thing, because they're
like
laughing.
Macedonians saying they have Alexander the Great.
That's like on a whole other level of stupidity, though. But like the Croatians, it's like they're LARPing as either Italians or Germans, so they randomly say German and Italian words, and it's like, so when they say goodbye, they go like ciao, but it's like, you're not Italian. You're like the same as like a Slovakian, or whatever. You're a Slav. But they still genocided all the other Slavs in World War II, and were like, yeah, but we're the only good Slavs. We're the only Slavs who, it's like a house slave. It's like a house slave who snitches on the other slaves to the master, and is like, we're on the same side, aren't we, master? Even though like you're still a slave. Like it's the same thing.
They're a pick-me.
That's it. They're a pick-me-ass nation. And, like, all they drink is German beer and stuff. Like, honestly. And it's so hard to find a vape shop in Croatia.
Yeah, so take that, Croatia.
Hrvatska. I did get to see an old man wandering around screaming the word "Demokratia" all day long. So that was
pretty cool.
That was pretty much my highlight of.
I was going to say the one
Croatia.
highlight of your trip to Croatia.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
God, their food is awful. It's just like dry meat with no condiment.
I could probably get on with that. Dry meat.
It's not
with
even
no
like
condiment.
seasoned. Yeah, no condiments, nothing.
Yeah, maybe not.
It's awful. It's just like a bad attempt at Turkish food, pretty much.
So they speak Italian, want to be German, and eat like Turks.
Yeah, because that's what they are, you know.
And don't want to hear people speak their language.
Yeah,
well,
yeah, they
That's a
don't like
scathing
anyone.
review of Croatia there to finish us off.
Don't go. That's my
don't
advice.
go.
Don't go. Just go to Italy instead. It's
Go
like
to
the same
China
thing, but
instead.
it's... Yeah, we'll go to Beijing. That's probably the best place to go.
It's just like Croatia, but there's Chinese people there.
Yeah.
Anyway, any final statements?
No, not really. No.
Listen
No,
out
I
for
don't-
our shake-up in our formula. It's going to be like a whole new
we gotta-
podcast.
Yeah, it's going to be completely different. We got to figure out what we're going to call this episode.
Bashing on Croats and Russell Brand.
We got to put Russell Brand in the title because that
Definitely.
way we can hog some views. Okay, so what did
Bashing
we
Russell
actually talk
Brand
about?
in all caps and then and Croats in little in brackets next to it.
Or I could make it even more blunt. I could just make it like we hate Russell Brand and Croatia.
Yes, that's perfect.
I think that's probably a good.
And all
Good
the
kind of
nationalist
path
Croatians will
forward.
come and give us views.
And a
And
lot
leave
of them
us
are probably
comments,
Russell
hopefully.
Brand supporters.
Yeah, Croatian Russell Brand will be in our comment section. Like, fuck
In
you
Hrvatska, Russell Brand is hero. I can't even do their accent. I don't even know what they sound like.
guys. Yeah, I'm not even going to try.
If I
Anyway.
tried, it would just come out Russian, probably. But that's
Yeah.
basically what they sound like. They're all the same.
Yes.
They're all the same.
They're
You
all
can't
the
be
same.
that blonde if you're Mediterranean. You know, like you're not real Mediterranean. Real Mediterranean people are bird people. They have bird-like features. You know,
Yeah.
they're like owls or something.
Hmm.
Actually, that's not just Mediterranean people. That's all ancient races. So that would include Celts as well, for example.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, Celts
then-
originally from Iberia, so they're basically
Exactly.
Mediterranean.
Exactly. But you know, like they're all bird people, but then you get to like the Germanic peoples and they're not bird, they're more mammalian in appearance.
That's when the sort of Neanderthals really creeping in there.
yeah,
That
it's
hardy
much more
northern
mammalian.
stock comes in. Breasts.
Yeah, like gorillas or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening.
I can be racist to white people, okay? That's
Well, we have to dish it out evenly, you know. We have to go for the South Park method. Even
Yeah,
though we've
yeah.
mostly just made fun of Russell Brand,
Yep.
paedophiles, Croats, and
Yeah.
that's pretty much it.
Yeah, well, Croatia, if you want to redeem yourselves, then don't be so fucking rude and make your country nicer, for God's
And
sake.
you could sponsor us.
Just give up and become Italian. Dye your hair black, whip up some pasta. It would be a better country if you just became Italy.
Yeah.
And you could just call it Italy too. You could just call it that.
Just re-announce yourself as the Roman Empire.
Even better.
Take a leaf out of Macedonia's book.
Yeah, just lop. Just completely
Just claim
lop
the Roman Empire. Mare Nostrum.
Yeah.
It could be yours, Croatia. Build
Exactly.
a navy. Get out there. Show Europe what
Yeah.
you can do. Achieve greatness.
Sack Libya or whatever. you know?
Yeah.
It's all kinds of
Tripoli
things out there for you.
delenda est.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, any last words, Felix?
No, just thanks for listening. Drop us a comment
Mm-hmm.
if you're still here. And yeah, I look forward to the
And
shake-up.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it should be interesting. Possibly the last pre-code episode. So this is like the Neolithic era, but I think we're shifting into the Bronze Age.
Yeah, metallurgy's on the way. You won't hear as
More
much
kind of
fucking
autocratic,
and shitting.
more autocratic styles of government. You know,
Yeah,
religion, taxation,
monotheism coming in.
yeah, warfare, like armies, chariots,
Yeah.
trade. I guess that's us just kind of
Trade,
talking
yeah.
to other podcasts. That's networking, I guess.
Yeah.
Slavery.
So yeah, just you guys wait. It's gonna kick off.
Yeah.
So yeah, like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. If you don't, your mother will die in her sleep tonight. Thank you very much for joining us today. We look forward to speaking to you probably on Sunday. In the meantime, peace and love to everyone on Earth, including Mr. Russell Brand
And France.
and Croatia. Amen.
Amen.